On the first part of this tape, you will have the opportunity to compare the telephone voice of Konstantin Raudive, early Latvian taped voice experimenter who died in 1974. These calls were made to 3 EVP experimenters in the United States. The first segment, lasting 40 seconds, came through my telephone at approximately 10:45 a.m. on January 27, 1994. My telephone rang normally. I was sitting at the desk in my office working. When I picked up the receiver, a clear male voice said, "This is Konstantin Raudive." I quickly pushed the record button of my Sano tape recorder that is connected to my telephone and asked, "How are you, Dr. Raudive?" This explains his first remark as my tape recorder began recording. "I'm as fine as a dead one can be." It is important to note he heard my question and responded to it in an appropriate way, perhaps showing a dry sense of humor. After that, he went on to complete his message, calling me by name and again saying his name at the end. You will then hear me say, "Thank you so much." You will notice there is no dial sound as he ends his contact, which you normally hear under usual phone call conditions. Others who have received phone calls from the other side have also remarked on the absence of dial tones. The second segment on the tape is a phone call George Meek, developer of the Spiricom system and now living in North Carolina, received on the same morning as mine came through. The third segment is a phone call Mark Macy of Colorado received on February the 11th, 1994 through his answering machine. Mark had received a phone call several days before George and I did, as well as Walter Uphoff of Wisconsin. Unfortunately, Mark and Walter did not have a tape recorder connected to their telephone, as George and I did, so could not record Raudive's voice.
I'm as fine as a dead one can be. Dear Sarah, thank you very much for everything you did for the propagation of the voices. We tried and we succeeded in building this bridge to the States. You are one of the first who are contacted by this meaning. Thank you very much for all the work you did. We are very proud and honored that we could contact you. I must interrupt now. This was the first contact. This was Konstantin Raudive speaking.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, this is George Meek.
This is Konstantin Raudive. George, my friend, at last we succeeded in contacting you. Jeanette is beside me, and she wants to give you all her love. This is Konstantin Raudive. This is the first contact you get from us. I suppose that you can hear me.
I can hear you very well, very plainly.
Fine, so this is the beginning of a new story, a new chapter, George. You are a very good friend of ours, even if we haven't met. We will continue this. This is the first bridge we succeeded to build to the States. Mark was contacted, and I must interrupt now.
Thank you, dear friend.
Until you will have strengthened the bridge, the